Do you believe in magic? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Why am I holding up this dollar bill? Well, for a couple reasons. First, I'm going to do a little magic trick with it. Another one is I just wanted to get your attention so that I can do this magic trick. I got to grab my magic wand here. I'll show you one of the first tricks that I learned how to do as a kid, and I was really enjoyed magic as a kid. I got a videotape, and one of these days I'll show like clips from it or something because it's hilarious from the mid '80s. All about this guy basically showing kids how to do very simple magic tricks, and so I was just enthralled with this type of thing. And there's something about magic that always gets somebody's attention at some time. There's not a single person walking around that hasn't sat and watched someone doing a magic trick, whether a really big and bold one like David Copperfield or Houdini, or something more small and simple right in front of your eyes like a card trick or something with a simple dollar bill. This is not a trick bill. This is a real dollar bill, and I'm going to show you something real quick that one of the first tricks I learned, you probably have already seen it. That's not the point. The point is I want to make a point about it, okay? Real quick. Okay, you watch. I'm just going to fold this. I fold it once, right? I fold it twice. Same dollar bill, just keep your eyes on it. Nothing special about it. Here's my magic wand. I hit it. But what's really interesting is when I open up this dollar bill, once, twice, he's now upside down. Now you can go and reverse it. I didn't do anything super sneaky or anything else. Everything I did was right in front of your eyes. And yet some type of magic took place. We're going to do it again. We're going to fold it over once, fold it over twice. See, nothing major here. Hit it with the magic wand. Open it up again. I used to freak kids out at school doing this type of thing. Oh, he's back, right? There's nothing up my sleeve, nothing else. What the simplicity of it, if you know what the trick is, the simplicity of it is there's not really a trick. The trick is it's all right in front of your face. Very, very, very simple magic trick. And what you have to understand is when it comes to marketing, everything is very simple. In general, marketing is a very simple idea. A good marketer puts something in front of you that you already want, and then shows you how the thing that they have or the service that they have, but it's always it always ends up being a thing. Whatever they're wanting to give to you for money is the solution to the problem that you already had. That's all marketing is. And there's always a little bit of pizzazz, and there's lights and cameras, and there's always something a little bit sparkly with good marketing, because they got to get your attention for a moment. They got to get you paying attention just for that brief moment so that they could do the trick in front of you. But the trick is not really the trick. The magic wand has nothing to do with the trick. It's a distraction. Always a distraction. There's always distractions tied in with marketing, but the whole idea is for you to do something. They want you to do something. Sometimes it's buying their product. Sometimes it's voting for their candidate. It could be anything. And so I wanted to tie this to what is going on at the time of this recording, regardless of when you're watching this. I don't care if you're watching this 20 years from now. At the time of this recording, there is magic being done in front of everybody. It's never magic. Okay, it's never magic. There's always a reason behind everything, but people want it to appear to be magic. They want it to appear to be not able to be understood. But I'm going to tell you, every magic trick you've ever seen done, it could be explained to you how it was done. Maybe not every last detail, because there might be some science behind it that you don't quite understand. But you could understand the basics behind any magic trick. This is why good science can be explained to anybody. You don't have to go to school forever to understand solid science, because it can always be brought back to principles that you already get. But see, that there's millions of people around us. There's people in religion and science and anyone that calls themselves an expert. They oftentimes will hold things back as if they are performing magic, as if they're performing something that you can't possibly wrap your mind around. I'm telling you, any of this stuff If they've wrapped their mind around it, you can wrap your mind around it. And what's going on right now is a recount. Not just a recount. There is arguments in multiple states over who won the presidency of the United States. And it's a very simple process. And I can tell you that because I've been on the inside of this. I'll tell you a little bit about that. I bet you didn't know this about Brian. Well, I don't talk in the third person very often, do I? No, Brian doesn't talk like that very often, but today I will, because I got to be involved a couple of times in recounts and situations where we were counting ballots at the very end. And so there were ballots that had not been counted yet. So this was back in California in 2008. I was working for a political campaign, and we had multiple people within that party structure that were on the edge of being elected. And each county handled it a little bit differently. We had to go across the state and hit up different counties. Each one of us had to be at different counties at different times. One of the first counties we went into, they would not allow us to see anything that's happening. Now, I'm not going to get too far into the politics, but that's extremely different from one of the other counties, which let us see everything that was happening. Okay, none of us got to see how people voted or anything like that, but they allowed us to see what was happening. Now, I'm not quite sure what the benefit is other than hiding something that's going wrong if you're keeping people from just seeing. Yeah, obviously you don't want people messing with it, you don't want people distracting the people doing the work, all that stuff. But if that stuff can be avoided, why wouldn't you have people be able to watch? And so I'm always suspicious of people when they, and this is not a political rant, this is about any political side. I'm always suspicious if people do not allow transparency in what's going on. And in the situation of voting, what you have is a very simple thing. People vote. We only allow one person to vote at a time. That vote is kept secret. But the fact that a person voted or did not vote has always been public information. I'm not sure if you knew that. We can all go back and look at how you voted in the place of did you vote or didn't you vote. It's completely wide open. Anybody can do it. So that's the basis of our entire election system, at least in the United States. And so this is not tough to understand. This is numbers. This is one at a time numbers. Very simple. Every once in a while there gets to be difficulty because of how they set up the ballots. Is it a mail-in ballot? Does it have the Chads from the year 2000 when they had that issue in Florida? You know, how there's a little bit of difficulties here and there that different sides will argue about. But the main ideas are simple. Don't let any political party or any candidate confuse you and make you think that you can't understand what's going on. You can understand what's going on, but there are people trying to perform magic right in front of your face, and they think that they can convince you that they're doing something that you can't wrap your mind around. Don't let them do it. Don't let marketers do it. Don't you do it to your customers. Although a certain amount of pizzazz has to be put on, we always have to put on a show, a little bit of a magic show. But don't make them feel as if they can't understand what's happening. They absolutely can. You can too. That's just a little message from me to you. I've been there. I've seen it. I know how it's done. This is not tough, folks. And we're gonna get through it one way or the other. Whether the good guys win or the bad guys win or none of them win, doesn't matter. We're going to get through this. You just hang in there. Those of you watching the future, you already know how it turns out. So that's all I have for tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow. Hey, in the meantime, go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon-Proof Your Business. If you want to see real magic happen in your business, go get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. We'll be back here tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.